was $200,000 a year. But the plan he was following was being a teacher, teaching in a secondary school, earning, I suspect, somewhere between 50 and 70K, maybe slightly less than that. So let's say he's earning 50K just for the sake. If you're a coach or consultant...
Okay, stop. I am going live on YouTube while I'm watching YouTube. Hello. Hopefully you can hear me. Why is this not looking like... Can you give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? Oh yeah, now it's flashing. Okay, cool. Let's see. Can I cancel? I just want to know if I can do like blur the background because I'm just in my room. Oh well. Anyway, welcome. I'm just going to jump in as people are joining. Give you guys a live update. Okay, what is this like? Why is it red? Okay, you guys, it is so humid. It's so humid in the Midwest. Me and humidity, me no like humidity. Okay, here we go. Sorry. We are still moving in. We have stuff. Anyway, okay. Finally getting settled. Finally, just a quick update. I'm in an apartment and it's great. And it's just easy, you know. Sometimes when you are able to start over, choosing a life that is simplified makes sense. You learn a lot when you move a lot. You learn what you like, you learn what you don't like. You've sold all your stuff 7 times over. So you really learn like, okay, I don't need all that. So we have an apartment like that has a pool and a workout room and, kind of like all the things, all the extra stuff that I'd like to have or like that I'd be paying for, a gym membership or it has like a patio with like where you can grill it. So like I don't have to buy any of that. I can just go sit out there. Actually, I should be sitting out there right now, but it's too hot. It's too hot. Like I'm telling you, the humidity is so high. Now I lived in Wellington, so I didn't really have that much humidity. I don't know if they have it a lot on the north of the North Island in New Zealand, but it's not for me. So anyway, I wanted to come on here and talk about the immigration changes that are coming on October 1st, just because I just know this would be helpful to a lot of you. And it's not like, I'm not seeing it like heavily publicized. And so I just don't want you to be kind of caught off guard. If you're in the process of planning on moving to New Zealand, you are going to want to pick up the pace. They're not being super clear as to how much it's going to go up. They're saying they're going to try to be more in line with, okay, of course I go live, and then they start mowing the lawn. Hopefully you can hear me. And they are going to go more in line with Australia. So that could be close to like doubling the price. So if you get your visa application in before October 1st, you will get the cheaper prices. So that's all you don't have to be approved. You don't have to be like done with the process. You just need to have applied. And there's just it's hard to talk about because everybody's pathway is different. And now there's so many pathways to New Zealand compared to what it used to be. It's just so different. So if you want to do that, so this is the best process. And a lot of people have their opinion about what the process is and what they think they can do. And let me tell you, I talk to them weekly, and it's amazing to me how people don't understand the process. You cannot move to another country and work there without a visa. Okay. You may seem that this is obvious, but this is not obvious to, shall we say, Americans who just think that they can go anywhere whenever they want. So okay. And it's not like simple. Like now immigration, and it hasn't always been, relatively recently, has made immigration attached to your job. So in order to get a visa, you have to have a job, and you can't just have any job. You have to have a job that makes a certain amount of money and a job that is with an accredited employer. So now it's all getting complicated. And if you were to go to the immigration site and you were like, what is my pathway? These are my skills. This is my family. This is what I'm looking for. It used to just like plug out like your actual pathway, but now it's just, there's so many variables. There's so many more points. There's so many things that like, maybe you don't have the skills, but actually you've been considering going back to school, and like the pathway to get your master's degree actually is the quickest way. And it's just like, you're not going to know that, like looking at the site. So the way that I have the process set up is coming into my community, it's a one-stop shop. It's literally, I have just created everything you need because I feel like that's helpful. So basically you come into my community and we get you set up. It is where you can ask all your questions. You can meet other people that are moving there. You can join the live Q&As. I have tons of trainings. I'm going to be adding a bunch more on cultural, what the work life is going to be like, how to set up your life there, what to move, what not to move, like all of the questions you have. And of course, most of it's my opinion, but like talking with a lot of people, and I've been doing this for a while, a lot of people would agree. But it's at least an opinion, and it's somewhere to start with somebody that has experience. Okay. Now, you may not think that you're going into a very big culture change because, they speak English. It's, westernized, like it's all of this. But trust me, that if you can go in and understand the culture better, you will be more successful. This is not a big place. New Zealand is not a big country. If you start to burn bridges from the beginning, it could haunt you and you'll end up moving to Australia. I'm telling you, I have seen this so many times. So this is why I do this. And I basically do this because it's what I wished I would have had. So basically, you come into my community, you can do all those things. At the same time, I get you set up with my immigration partner working in. And they are the biggest immigration in New Zealand. They are the best, and they are amazing. You can ask any of my clients in the community. They've had nothing but good and fast and efficient experiences with them. So what you'll do is I'll set you up with them, and you get like VIP treatment because you're with me. You get discounts on everything because you're with me. Like, we have a serious partnership, literally talking to them every day. Every day we're talking, we are, helping each other. They have the inside scoop on immigration, and they're telling me that we're just together. Okay. So basically you go and you meet with them, and they will go through all of your skills and tell you what visa will be the quickest for you. And then once you have that list, you can then decide which visa you want to apply for. So it's at that point that you need to be applying for the visa. Okay. And then they will give you a letter. Now, don't apply for a job in New Zealand without this letter. They will give you a letter that states that this person has qualified for this visa. They just needed a job with an accredited employer, and that will be included when you apply for jobs. So do not apply for jobs without this letter, because they are throwing your CV in the trash, because they're not going to hire you if they don't know that you can move there. So immigration and the accredited employer work hand in hand. The other thing is that the working in that I work with also accredits employers. So they have amazing relationships with the accredited employers that are out there and have connected clients all the time. So there's a lot of option for that. In fact, they're allowed to hire IT people right now for some of the big companies because they have a partnership and they trust them, and they just need a lot of people. So go on the immigration site, look at the green list. Does your skills fall on that green list? Then you should be good, and you should join the community, and we should get you on your way. So once you get the letter and you start applying for jobs, then it's a bit of a waiting game and, doing the best that we can. In the meantime, Working In also offers a relocation service that's included. Like, you just meet with another guy. He's great. I'm just going to post a video soon of all the things that they do. Very good. And you talk to them about it, and they will connect you for everything. You can get your phone set up before you go. You can get a car before you go. You can get, what else can you can get a house. It's amazing. You have to watch the video. It's like, I didn't even know you could do all of this. I wish I knew this, but I didn't. And they just connect you with people, and you don't have to use the moving company that they recommend or anything like that. But it's just, you're so overwhelmed. There's so many decisions to make that you're going to a new place. and they have it sorted. And these are people that they've used forever. So like they have a good reputation. They trust them. Like that's all you're really looking for. Just recommend somebody that I can trust. And I recommend a lot on my community. You can go on the resource tab and see, different recommendations for a lot of different things that would be really helpful if you're moving there. So, and we have a lot of the same things, but not completely. But yeah, and that's just like included, like that service of like, what would you like to get figured out? You can figure out taxes, finances, if you're close to retirement, what that's going to mean, getting your business set up the right way if you have a business. I mean, like all of your questions answered in one place. This is what I'm saying. One-stop shop. Everything is answered in one place. So that's the process. The only reason I'm going through that again, although I feel like a broken record, a lot of people aren't getting that message. So I just like to go through like, this is the process. Basically, just come to the community and I will help you. We will manage and we will take care of everything. And it's great. And my community isn't huge. Like a lot of people are like, I don't want to join a community. There's like so many people. It's not. I don't have thousands. I have 50. I generally have about, on average, 50 plus at a time. And so it's not too many and it's manageable and I'll respond to you within 24 hours. You can ask questions. Tons of little questions come up as you're preparing for a move abroad. And that's why it's amazing. So that's why it's there. So do that. There are a lot of Americans moving. I mean, I have been getting inundated with information or people just wanting to move and like figuring it out. So, now is the time because the prices are increasing. So I just wanted to make you aware of that because that's helpful and it's not really public too much. Like I think you can find it, but it's not like, they're not like, guess what? Prices are going up. This is not something that I want to talk about. And also when you apply for a visa, if you apply, you can't get your money back. Like if you decide not to go or, so like, this is why, like, let's just lock it in at the cheaper price. So, and it all depends. How much is it? It all depends anywhere between, it's like 5,000 to 7,000 New Zealand dollars, I believe. Don't quote me on that. It's always changing. And so just go on the New Zealand website and you can see whatever visa that you're going for. And then we can get everything else sorted. It's overwhelming. You got kids, you got to figure out schools, you got to figure out where to move. Here's a couple tips. Most people are like, I don't know where to move. Well, I don't know where to live. This is our big concern. You're not going to really be disappointed with most places in New Zealand. Okay, maybe there's like some really small rural towns, Hamilton, some people don't really like, but it's a good location. But in general, like I can tell you, this place is quite like paradise. And you're not going to be disappointed. Trust me, you're not going to be disappointed. And so it's great. And so you don't need to have that kind of stress. You really just need to move to where you can get a job and you can always travel and explore. And then you can look around and see where you might want to move. And then once you have some years or so of experience under your belt, then you can kind of move anywhere and that sort of thing. I have lots of recommendations of places that I like and why I like them. That we can always talk about. You can always book a consult one-on-one with me if that's helpful. Most people do. There's just a lot of personal questions that people like to ask, and I'm happy to help. So, but that's totally up to you. I don't really promote that. Hamilton always low-key catching shade. Do you live in Hamilton? Yeah. So sorry if you're living in Hamilton. It is low-key catching shade, but like, the Hamilton Gardens are amazing. I've been to Hamilton a lot. Thank you. But like certain parts of Hamilton, I would say are not great. Certain parts of Auckland, of course, are not great. But like in general, the country as a whole, comparatively, if you've traveled and you've seen other places, is pretty great. So yeah. So I am here for your questions. I am here for, whenever, go feel free to ask me questions at any point. You can message on YouTube. You can email me anytime. I am just here to help. So, yeah, and it's good. And it's getting warmer in New Zealand and probably going to be getting colder in the US. So I'm enjoying my US so far. I've been enjoying hanging with family. It's summer, so it's good. but like maybe talk to in the winter. In the winter, I'll probably be like on here all the time. Like, what am I even going to do? Okay, you live with 5,000 people, 45 minutes south of Hamilton. Nice. So yeah, really small town. Because there's small town America. Oh, now I get the hiccups. There's small town America, and then there's small town New Zealand. Different. It's smaller in New Zealand. It's actually smaller. Like they don't like literally don't have anything. Like a small town will have like a fish and chips, a dairy, a supermarket, and a gas station. So, and a lot of people love that. Like, that's not me, but like, I just got back from New York City and like loved it, but that's not me. That's okay. And that's, and the city is not for everybody. Okay. So of course they're literally not mowing the lawn. The second I get on here, they're mowing the lawn. It's so annoying. Anyway, that's pretty much all I had. I just wanted to share that with you. Hope that was helpful. And I'm here if you need me. Lots of great videos coming. I'm interviewing someone today on health and like who they're hiring, and healthcare workers are in huge demand in New Zealand. So let's find out more about that. A video coming out about relocation services and all that Working In can do for you is pretty great. Things I had no idea about. Also, I also interviewed a Kiwi who's living in New York City, and kind of about her first couple months of experience as a Kiwi living in America. She's super cute, super fun. Loved it. So that's coming out soon too. So lots of fun stuff coming your way. Always message me if there's something you want to see or learn about, because otherwise it's just my brain puke of whatever I think you want to know. And be helpful, because that's the goal. Helpful content is the goal. So you guys have a great day.